My name is Sinan Kanatsis, coming to you from the Marion Knott School of Film and Television at Chapman University. I'd like to welcome you today to our inaugural show, Echelon, bringing together the economy and real estate of Orange County. Earlier today, we spoke with Todd Rustman, founder and CEO of GR Capital Asset Management, about wealth and investment techniques of the new generation.
I am the president of GR Capital Asset Management. I'm also a partner in Lavindy Estates, a winery out of Napa. The reason why we actually started Echelon, the reason why you're here today, is to try to get subject matter experts to talk about things not in what I would call a retail fashion. Something a little bit more important, something that you won't hear from someone else. Now you're going to read it in a paper. We're trying to provide right from the front lines what's happening. One of the many secrets of the wealthy that we've been hearing, and I'm not going to give everything away at this point, but a lot of my clients have come in and they've been asking questions about other people approaching them as high net worth individuals and having these insurance policies done for them, and then after 2 or 3 years the possibility of selling them off. Now with life settlements you can actually do that. After a certain period of incontestability you can sell that policy off. Take a policy, let's say it's a $16 million death benefit, hold it for 2 or 3 years, decide whether or not to keep it. If you do decide to sell it, you could sell for anywhere from 20 to 40% of the face value. And another institution will buy that from you. And basically all you did was be healthy enough to get underwritten, be wealthy enough to be underwritten for that much, and then you can find the money. The implications are tremendous for business owners, for older people that are trying to fund their retirement. It's going to be huge. Warren Buffett's in the space. A lot of hedge funds are investing in this space because of the returns. The bottom line pitfall, that insurance will stay in force, which means if you have a $16 million net worth and you have a $16 million policy and you sell it, there's no insurance company that's going to give you more insurance later in life because there's already $16 million staying on you. But you got 20 to 40% of that face value, that's $5 million in your pocket while you're alive. What you've turned is a cost into an asset / an investment. You should get your money back and then some. There are 3 things that we're looking for globally. Basically, we're looking for a slowing down in the economy in general, and that's globally. It's going to affect China, it's going to affect the United States. So that slowdown is going to change you to basically looking at budgeting things a little differently and maybe start saving and maybe questioning before you spend some dollars. Number 2, most baby boomers, and we've experienced this with our clients, is they're not completely retiring. They just want the choice on whether to retire. But what that does change dynamically is that we're not planning to grow all these assets. We're actually now shifting our focus in wealth management to focus on how to distribute those assets most efficiently and not get too many taxes taken out. And then the third one is basically you've got to have a global perspective. The world is flat. There's a great book out there on this, but the internet is cut through time and space, and you can be competing, and your children will be competing with people from other countries. So you should not be just even in US dollar denominated assets. The speed of change is getting faster. If you can understand that the rate of change in which change occurs is getting faster and faster. The things that actually keep me confident are things like this. Keep sharing information so that we can remain competitive in a very vigorous environment.
Thanks, Todd. Next up, we have Kevin Maloney from QuantumSphere, founder and CEO of this up-and-coming next-generation organization that's focused on energy applications right here in our hometown of Santa Ana. Kevin will be discussing nanotechnology and how it's replacing metals and other types of materials that are out there.
QuantumSphere is a leading manufacturer of nanometals and alloys. If you took a 10 nanometer particle, it's about 30 atoms across, and that would be about 1,000 times smaller than the diameter of a human hair. Really small materials. Nanotechnology would be like saying we have an electricity company. It's really what are you doing with the electricity that matters. We began 5 years ago, worked with the leading scientists in the industry, and our focus was energy applications. We hired a fuel cell expert, hired a battery expert, hired a hydrogen expert, and we literally take these materials at the micron scale that we buy for dollars per pound, and we convert it into very active, catalytic, conductive, or magnetic, antimicrobial in some cases, materials for the energy devices. For batteries, this is the cathode, the engine inside the car, if you will, for the zinc air battery. So this cathode, this energetic device, includes our manganese which increases performance 320% in a zinc air battery. It's a button cell battery. Or you can take the material and press it and sinter it into a porous wafer, and you can generate hydrogen through this porous sintered nanomaterials. It's a real simple process. It's fully patented, and we start at the top. We use micron-sized materials, and we feed them into the reactor, into an inert environment. We melt the metal down and liquefy it, condense it. We cool it with helium, and then we collect the particles at the nanomaterials at kilograms per day. So we went from fingernailfuls a day 10 years ago of nanomaterials to kilograms per day, which is a real efficient process. There's no hazardous materials or toxic chemicals. We use electricity and helium. It's that simple. We can take materials with high surface area such as palladium, a very highly active catalyst material, an excellent catalyst in fact for formic acid fuel cell membrane electrode assemblies. Again, the engine inside of the fuel cell, the active ingredient, is real key. And those are potentially providing solutions for real disruptive markets, portable power. So someday we'll be able to charge our laptops and cell phones as needed without batteries, plugs, or wires. There's a big problem out there, energy and water. We need clean energy and clean water. And these materials can help alleviate our dependency on those problems, on unstable foreign supplies, unclean water, but it's not going to happen on our own. We need to be deeply engaged with the large global industry partners that have the distribution and the customers that can get these products to market.
Thanks, Kevin. In addition to technology and wealth management strategies, we also have the services industry in Orange County that is endlessly proliferating. Next up, we'll be speaking with Vic Tanon of Emplicity about PEO and human resource services.
A professional employer organization is a company that actually co-employs the people that work for other businesses. A co-employer therefore takes on all the aspects of the people management in a business, like human resources, benefit administration, offering competitive salaries and benefits, dealing with payroll, HR, and of course the workers' comp and safety. All of the aspects, all of these employee management functions are covered by a PEO. Employers today are subject to so much red tape and so much employee liability with lawsuits and fines. So just avoiding all those things and focusing on the business. I would say the number one reason why someone should hire a PEO is to get the help so that they can focus on running and growing the business. What makes us different as a professional employer organization and how we help clients grow is through not only the taking over the administrative aspects of their human resources and employee management, but adding an on-site personal coach, an HR expert with years and years of experience. Any company that's successful out there was probably successful at the hands of its employees, the people driving the business. That's critical, and today's businesses are demanding more help. They're demanding more resources, more accountability. The three things that a business owner can do, an executive can do to supercharge their workforce in 2007. Number one, vital factors. You gotta have them. Figure out the top 2 to 3 things that each employee does, each position is responsible to do. Number 2, get help from a coach. Have a coach to hold you accountable to your goals, to your plan. And if you don't have a plan, get a coach that's going to help you there. Number 3 is focus. Focus on growing your business. In this world, in this day and age, there's just way too much to bother with. That's one of the reasons why Emplicity exists, is to free your average business owner from all the details of employee management. Our job is to make employee management simple.
Thank you, Vic. Now we go from talking about PEO services and human resources to multi-million-dollar real estate just in our backyard in Orange County. We're very pleased to have John McMonigle from the McMonigle Group, one of the top real estate agents in the world, talk to us a little bit about this new high-end net wealth and this new resort-style living, including the $75 million Portobello house in Corona del Mar and the beautiful $50 million Villa del Lago estate in Newport Coast.
My name's John McMonigle, and I'm a real estate agent and developer right here in Orange County with a primary focus on luxury product. The McMonigle Group is a boutique operation. In the last 12 months, has sold about $500 million of homes. Primarily, I think our average sale is about $5.5 million. But we market product from, let's say, $1 million to $75 million at this time. And today we're standing in front of Villa del Lago, and this actually is in the top 5 most expensive homes in the United States. As you can tell, probably it's not finished. We're standing at the gatehouse, which was one of the first buildings that were permitted here. And it's an amazing property. It sits on 12.47 acres. Just to put that in perspective, land across the street in Pelican Crest is selling for about $10 million an acre. Because of its size and space around it, we were approved for equestrian, so there'll be stables and horses. And this gatehouse, a main house, which will be over 24,000 square feet, hosts about 18 cars, state-of-the-art theater, everything that you can imagine, including a spa that looks much like the one at the Montage. What does this mean? I think it means Orange County's growing up. You know, all of a sudden Orange County has landed on the map, not only as a national market, but we're seeing a lot of buyer influence from all parts of the globe, and I think soon this market will be recognized as an international market, much like Aspen or Hawaii. We've watched this market move a little bit sideways over the summer of 2006. We've seen more inventory come on the market, especially in the $4, $5, $7 million range. I personally think it's a great time to buy something. And the reason I say that is because I'm in the trenches every day, and we're seeing activity all of a sudden. A lot of it is in the higher trophy market, but nevertheless, I call that smart money, and it's good to follow smart money. I say gravitate to quality. We're in an area that appreciates an ocean view, a harbor view, a good city life view. My advice is always pay a little extra for that view property, because over a short period of time you'll notice a significant appreciation over the non-view property that you might have been considering. You know, there's a lot of exciting things happening in our marketplace that is changing the face of real estate in Orange County, and vertical living is certainly one of them. As developers look at building these towers, they need to focus on a really creative amenity base, fantastic spas and gyms and good restaurants and recreation at the base in order to make them successes.
Thank you, John. And thank you for joining us today. Echelon is redefining the education of real estate and economy here in Orange County. I'm Tanon, founder of Echelon. Thank you for joining us.